It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. We're currently in Dawlish, right on the, look at this, we're right on a train, right on the edge of the waterway here. Absolutely fantastic views, but we're on our way down to St Ives. We're going to St Ives Brewery to brew a double IPA and have a look at some of the beers and bars of St Ives. Let's go. So I've made it to the centre of St Ives in Cornwall. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful backdrop to this town. Look at this place. Look at this place. But we are fighting time. We're fighting time because it's starting to get dark. I want to try and get as much of this in the light as I possibly can. So from this cliffside, we're going to make our way down the staircase now. And we're going to get to show you all of the pubs and bars of St Ives. You've already seen St Ives Brewery, or you're about to see St Ives Brewery. Let's get into the bars. So look at this. This is rather picturesque. Fantastic church on the right hand side. A few shops. I've never been here, first time here, so I'm hoping that it's not too long before we find a pub. Look at this. Isn't this lovely? Isn't this just fantastic? Right. So there's a place that I want to go to. It's called the Bier House. I definitely want to make my way to the Bier House, but it's full of rock shops and naturally kind of estate agents, because of course everybody wants to move to places like this, don't they? Idyllic kind of beachside places with little quaint shops and ice creams and fish and chips and that sort of thing. Oh, watch the bus. There's the bus. Is there anything down there? Doesn't look like. Is there a pub up there? I'll tell you what, we'll go into... Right. We're going to go in here. I'm going to step out. I'm going to mind the bus and step out into the road, because we got the Hain line. And this is a Wetherspoons pub. So we're going to have a quick, very quick... Everyone's looking. We'll have a quick look in the Wetherspoons pub. I'll just hold my camera down quite low. Here we go. This is Wetherspoons. First of all, we have rattlers and abbotails, bits and pieces. Yeah. Fantastic. So yeah, there's the beers in Wetherspoons. Let's move on. Quite a nice pub. Probably about 50 tables. Not the biggest Wetherspoons pub by a long stretch, but definitely a Wetherspoons here. Oh, there's a place up here called the Western Hotel. Let's carry on film and have a look, shall we? Right. Co-ops. Might pop in a co-op later for a couple of beers. Shopping arcade over there. The Drill Hole shopping arcade. But here we go. Here's another pub, the Western Hotel, St Austell Ales. Shall we go and have a look? Is it just a hotel or is it a pub? Let's get in. Ah, no, this is a hotel. Yeah, this is a hotel. And it's locked, so... Okay. That looks interesting. Little lane down there. Let's get down that lane. Well, there's no cars. Actually, let's have a little look up this lane. See where we are. No, so there's not much up that lane. This looks interesting though. This looks interesting down here. So the oh, we got the 3 ferrets. Here we go. This looks like a decent pub. The 3 ferrets. Is this place open? Oh, it is. It is. Yeah, let's have a look at this place. So, nice looking pub. Different ales, Atlantic and Sharps and Rattlers and stuff in there. Might be in there later on. Spice Centre, King Kebab. Or might go in there. Hong Kong Kitchen. So I was in and out of there quite quickly. The reason why I was in and out of there quite quickly is it was just Sharps. It was, well, when I say Sharps, I mean Malts and Co's these days. It's just Malts and Co's. It's just Doom Bar. What we're looking for is the Sloop. We're looking for the Sloop. Ah, here's a place here. The Queen's.
I don't have my phone. Have you got your phone?
Another picturesque high street of St Ives. But here's a pub. The Queen's. This is a St Austell Ales pub. That looks quite nice. Shall we have a look in there? Shall we have a look? Right, so I've just asked for permission to film in this pub, and they've very kindly, James, thank you very much for permission to let me film. So here are the beers. We've got Monterey, California Pale Ales, Guinness, Korev, Bier and Moretti, Proper Job, Anthem, Tribute, and then some ciders and a Amstel. But yeah, this is a lovely looking pub. Fantastic. Awesome. Nice fireplace. You Americans like fireplaces, don't you? Wonderful, wonderful. Lots of coffee shops, as always. I think coffee's more popular than beer these days. Another place on the corner here, the Golden Lion. I mean, for February, thinking for February, this is terrific. The amount of people here for February is just wonderful, isn't it? Oh, look at this. Just gonna step back a moment. Look at this, Will's Lane. Look at that. With a shop down the end, very picturesque. Right, the Golden Lion. Sky Sports, wines, cask ales and ciders. Do you know when you're filming, lots of people look, lots of people are like, oh, what are you up to? What are you filming? I'm going to go in and ask for permission to film if they let me. So the lovely landlady has allowed me to come in and film the Golden Lion. Toilets down that way. In here, so we got some Guinness, Offshore Pilsner, Carlin, Kronenberg, Sea Fury, and then we've got 4 hamples on Doom Bar and a couple of others. It's quite a nice little quaint pub, lots of stone walls, big glass windows which are fantastic, TV on the wall, lots of pictures of old St Ives there. Yeah, pretty decent. Thank you very much. Oh, there's another bar at the back. Okay, well, let's go down the other bar at the back. Oh, there we go. So, another bar at the back. So, let's go and have a look in here. Oh, look at this. So, okay, so bar at the back. I'm going to be loud here. We got Corona, Sea Fury, Doom Bar, Thatcher's Haze, Corona, and a pool table. Amazing. This is the Golden Lion in fantastic St Ives. So moving on.
You're the guy from Beer, aren't you?
Hello, how you doing?
Hello. Nice to
How
meet
you doing?
I
We got
watch
some
your videos.
You watch your videos,
Yeah,
do you?
I came past and I was like, I swear he's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
I
me.
thought the chance of you seeing here.
I'm going to press stop at this point. Oh, well, that was lovely. Somebody who watches the channel decided to say hello to me, which is cool, recognise me. I've had a few people looking at me wondering why I'm running around with a mobile phone recording there. I'm looking for a place to eat tonight. I don't know if I fancy the Chinese or the Indian. But he's told me to have a look down here. This is a very picturesque street. And then to make my way onto the front of the promenade where there's the oldest pub in the UK. Now, there is a pub in Nottingham that claims to be the oldest pub in the UK. But this pub is saying it's older. Now, this pub is called the Sloop Inn in St Ives, and it's claiming to be the oldest pub in the UK. So we'll have a little look at the Castle Inn. We're still going, we're still recording. But what a lovely little street. This is the Castle Inn. And then there's another pub here called the Union Inn. I mean, some of these places, you can already see they've been kind of taken up by Molson Coors, Sharps. You know, there's not going to be too much in the way of free house places. But I suppose that's the same as any place in the UK. Now look at this though, stained glass windows, called the Castle Inn. And the stained glass windows of castles. Let's go in and see if I'm allowed to record. Okay, so we're allowed in the castle. Let's have a look at this pub. Low beams, always a good sign when you got low beams. Lots of timber going on. Stained glass windows, which is fantastic. Beers, Doomba, Sea Fury, Atlantic, Madri, Star Praven, Guinness and Offshore Pilsner. But yeah, absolutely wonderful. Look at this. Low ceilings, you can literally, and I mean, I'm not tall, am I? I'm not a tall man, but I can touch the ceilings here, which is wonderful. Stone floors. I'd say this is a 16th century pub. Absolutely. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Right, so on we go before we get copyrighted by the Bee Gees. The Union Inn. Great food, real ale, Cornish cider, fine wines and live music. The Union. I imagine in the summer, these places are absolutely jam-packed. I imagine these lanes, they've got tables down them, and I bet it's fantastic. So this looks more of a food-led pub. Let's get in, let's see if they allow us to film. Okay, so it's unfortunate, but we weren't allowed to film in the Union Inn. But if you think about the last pub, built about the same time, 2 doors down, it was low ceilings, but more modern. More modern, with Sea Fury, and all of the same Sharps beers that you would come to expect. So wasn't really much to see anyway. That looks nice. Pepper's Pasta and Pizzeria. But again, look at these narrow, lovely little narrow streets. Is that a pub? It is a pub. Look at this. Happy hour. What's this then? Bier. My eyes are going, I'm sure they are. Bier and Bird. Oh, this is a craft beer place. I would have missed that, you know. I would have missed that. Apparently this place is fantastic. Craft beer and fried chicken. Craft beer and fried chicken. I'm just gonna go and wing this. Literally wing it. Oh, look at this place. Look at this place. So wonderful. Log burner going. Bar. Low ceilings, looks fantastic. Do you mind if I film in here? I'm doing a little mini documentary for YouTube on beer and pubs and stuff. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, look at this. We got St Ives Brewery Bier in Jubel, Hofmeister. Fantastic. Craft cider. And some beer. I've heard all about this place. I'm going to come back later on, if that's okay. But wonderful. Some verdant as well. Well, that was really nice of Bier and Bird to let me in, and you feel like with craft beer bars, they kind of get it. they kind of understand more of what's going on in the scene, and they'll kind of just let you in and film. This is nice, Cornish cream. Look at this. There's some beers in the window, but lots of little whiskies and Baileys type stuff, ciders. Awesome. Right, let's crack on. That's right. I'm going to cross over. Right. Oh, look at this. Oh, I don't know whether to go down there or down here. Oh, I'm going to go down here. Look at this. It's like a little secret, like smuggler's tunnel or something. Wow. I suppose I could go back around the other way to see if there's any more pubs that way. Oh, look at this. This might be where the Sloop is. Ooh, look, we're right on the coast now. Look at that. Get your fish. Avoid the tax man. Get it up the lane. You know, that sort of attitude. Pilchard Press AleHouse. Cool, there's so much Thai food. Oh, there's loads of stuff to do. Loads of stuff to do. But look at this. Look at this. Before it gets dark. Isn't this amazing? There's places over there, look. Cafe, pasta and pizzeria. Harbour pool and billiards, so I can play pool or snooker. Balcony bar and kitchen. There's loads to do. Street food here. And then this looks nice, the Lifeboat. I mean, you can see why it's called the Lifeboat. You've got the blooming Atlantic Ocean out there. And then you've got this wonderful... I wonder if they'll let me film in here. It looks rather posh, doesn't it? Maybe I'll do a bit of filming through the window a little bit. Will they let me in? First of all, let's find the door. That can't be the door, can it? Can it? Is that the way in? Oh, it is. Okay, so the Lifeboat Tavern. We've been allowed to film. Let's get in. I'm going to talk loud because there's a lot of music in here, but you can see massive pub. Look at the view out there with the sea out there and whatnot, and great big place. Pizza going on over there and a bar. On the bar you got tribute, anthem, proper job, and conversion, and then a load of cider. Fireplace, which is always good. And then that again, that kind of quaint lane feel that you get with St Ives. What a beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful. Restaurant. What's this place then? Good times. Hub Street, St Ives. Oh, burger bars. Craft beer, burgers. Craft beer and burgers. I'm going to go and see if I'm allowed to film in here to show it off. Okay, so I couldn't speak to the general manager in there, but judging by what it is, burgers, seafront, you get the kind of general drift of the place. You can see the bar is quite large. Film through the window, it's quite large. It's double bay fronted, and yeah, you can see there's lots of places to eat and drink in there. You get the idea. I want to get into this place if I can. Where did I find it? It was next to the Thai place, wasn't it? Cornish pasties, I bet they're fantastic. The Pilchard Press AleHouse. Open Wednesday to Sunday. Right, it may not even be open today then. But look at this. Look at this, look at this. So it's Tuesday today, so they might not be open. But if you're in and around St Ives, I mean, look at these low beams again. I haven't even got to raise my hand up that much to touch these beams. Yeah, it's closed. So the Pilchard Press is closed. But that looks really interesting. I mean, I'm really bumping my head on this beam. If you're ever in St Ives, have a look. Lots of quirky places, little staircases, narrow lanes. Proper fisherman's town. Okay, I've got to find the Sloop. I've got to find the Sloop. Now the Sloop is... I found it. Now, I was talking earlier. That pub in Nottingham I mentioned earlier, I've forgotten the name now. They reckon they're the oldest pub in the UK. But this one's saying this is the oldest pub in the UK. Have I found it? No, there's a few more. Look at it, you've got amusement arcades, hot drinks and sweets and ice creams, that sort of thing. Again, all on the beachfront, all on. This is wonderful. The rum and crab shack. I like rum. I don't like crabs. Happy hour. That looks kind of interesting. That place, look at this. I don't know. I think we'll give that a miss though. I want to take you to the Sloop. Now, I keep moving my attention away from the Sloop because I'm looking at look at these old places over here. I'm going to zoom in. It's like a little castle. Look at that over there. It's like a little castle. See it there? It's like its own little private bay. The lights were starting to lose. I got more light than I expected. It took 6 hours to get here. So I'm really determined to show you as much as I possibly can. Right, back to the Sloop. Now I've heard that this is the oldest pub in the UK. Look at this, high tide. Look, you can get your feet wet if you want to. Look at that. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna get. There we go. Right, here we are. So here's the beach. Absolutely amazing. Bar tables. And then, look at this place. The Sloop Inn. 1312. 1312, that's like 1,000,000 years old. That's like, it's like 800 years old, this pub. Guinness. Captain's table, Sunday roasts. Should we have a look? Should we get in there? Fine selection of ales. It's an independent pub as well. Let's get in and have a look. Sharp's Doom Bar, Sharp's Sea Fury, Adam's Ghost Ship. Proper look. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Really old pub. Amazing. Look at this place. Tribute. And St Ives Bier as well, and Doom Bar. Proper job, San Miguel. But look, you got some meal. St Ives Brewery. What a fantastic old pub this is. See out the window. Amazing. So coming out of that bar, we have another bar. We got a public bar here, so I must have went in the private bar. Oh, look at this. Wonderful. Look at this place. Sailors all over the wall. Loads of beer. Wine. Tribute. Meor again. Fantastic. Amazing. Amazing old pub. The oldest pub in or one of the oldest pubs in the UK. Awesome. Look at that. Okay, so we're leaving the harbour of St Ives behind for a moment. It's still getting dark because I want to go to a place called the Beer House, and it's probably where I'm going to grab a beer actually because, well, they serve Belgian beer, and who doesn't like Belgian beer? As much as I love the pubs in St Ives, there is a bit of Sharp's Fury and a bit of Sharp's Doom Bar and a bit of Atlantic Ale to be had. And, well,
Continue on to Southwest Coast Path.
I will. So I got Google Maps on just to find this beer house, but look, well, I thought I was leaving the coast behind. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't it wonderful? Sunset in St Ives. Absolutely incredible. If I can find this Belgian beer bar whilst having this absolutely wonderful, picturesque little walk, then I'm a happy person. A very, very happy person. Look at the water.
Turn right to stay on Southwest Coast Path.
The blue water. Absolutely amazing. Hotels, look, but they got a breaksea, look. A breaksea built into this side of this hotel. What does this sign say? St Ives Flood Defence Scheme, March 2009. Ah, right, so this has all been built. This hasn't been built in 2009, surely. Surely. Blooming heck. Oh, look at this. Look how quaint some of these places are. Now I don't know what Google Maps just told me, but
Turn left onto St Andrew's Street.
oh, hang on. I'm going to try up here. I'm going to try and find this Belgian bar up. I mean, look at this wonderful, absolutely wonderful place. It makes me want to whisper. I found it!
Your destination is on the right.
Thank you, Google. Beer House Grand Cafe. Belgian-inspired licensed cafe. Oh, I gotta get in. Look at all this Belgian beer goodness. Oh, we gotta get in. Right, I'm gonna go and see if I'm allowed to film in here. So this bar's actually got a private function on today, but they're letting me in to film, which is very, very kind of them. Thank you very much for letting me come in and film your wonderful bar. So look at this. Oh, private function. I don't want to drink any Doom Bar, that's my problem. Oh, look at this. Castile Rouge, Castile, Delirium Tremens, Sampanadas. Oh, that fridge is just a delight. Absolute delight, look at it. Creeks, the Conigs, Vedette. Oh, what a wonderful little bar. What a wonderful little bar. So if you're in St Ives, in Cornwall, and you're a fan of really good beer, really good Belgian beer, then you must come and have a look at this place. Look at this. There's like a mezzanine bar up there as well. Orval, Chouf, more Orval, Wi-Fi code. What more do you want? So I'm just going to quickly come up these steps and show you. Oh, look at it. How quaint this is. How quaint. Wonderful.
Welcome.
Wonderful. Lafay Rouge. Oh, Lafay Ruby even. Wonderful staff. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much for letting me film it. Cheers. Thank you. So that wonderful Belgian bar, which we have just left, is, if you want to find it, it's next to the big church. It's a bit hidden away, but it's worth looking for. It's next to the big church. That probably concludes my tour of St Ives, the pubs and bars of St Ives. Obviously, I'm brewing with St Ives Brewery tomorrow, a double IPA. We are going to go and hit this town, probably quite hard in terms of having a drink here tomorrow night. So there might be additional footage to this video, but it'll be tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so very much for watching. Now I think I hit this church, didn't I? But the Thai and Chinese restaurant was round the corner, wasn't it? So I'm going to go and find the Thai and Chinese restaurant now, and I'm going to go for some food and some drink. But thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. You got to see St Ives. What a wonderful place, even at night. Look at this dusk setting. We got a bit of daylight and some lights coming on. So one more quick video before I go. This is the last one of the day. This is Tuesday. It's very dark now, but we found the Pedn Olva. It's an hostel pub, but I was walking past and I thought I have to have a pint here. Here's the roof terrace. I've got myself a pint of stout. This is a pint of stout, and I thought to myself, why not? Treat yourself in life. There's St Ives. Ooh, you knocked my pint over. There's St Ives over there. Nice pint of stout, 4.5% ABV. Completely enjoy the view. There's not a breath of wind here, not a breath of wind. You can hear the sea below lapping up against the outside of this building. We're losing the light rather quickly, but cheers for me on the Tuesday. There might be additions to this video, but for now, cheers for me on the Tuesday in St Ives, Cornwall. I'm at St Ives brand new brewery. How you doing, Callum? We're going to get you through the fastest brewery tour on the history of YouTube if we can. Now we're going to try and get it done in about 10 minutes. So, Callum, starting off at this brand new brewery. You've been here since April last year, April 2022.
Absolutely.
You started brewing in September 2022.
Yep, just about, yeah.
So you are 5 months in now, because it's February
Yeah,
2023.
New season, it's going well. Here we are, a bit malt silo, so that takes out a lot of bag grain handling and that sort of thing, making solo brew days more possible. We've got bulk CO2 tank, state-of-the-art cooling. It's all going.
It's all
here.
happening. So that's full of malt.
Well, it's a bit less full of malt than it once was. I'm waiting on a delivery.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Come
So
on.
the malt is stored outside. It's then stored. It then gets brought through the side here. So where are we now in the process?
So we're coming down the side to my malt handling system from Alan Braddock, state-of-the-art, high-end stuff. And yeah, our bulk malt comes in through here. Through this hopper we can add like speciality malts.
Okay.
And then the conveyors and everything bring it into our 4-roller mill. So there's 2 sets of rollers within here, and that crushes the grains to whatever specification I desire. We just twist these knobs to control it.
Right.
And then you have a sampling point right here. Ooh, there it is. Good stiff. You can just bring out, get your sort of malt silos, see what's going on in there, analyse all that. Then it comes through the mill into our grist case, which is where the malt waits crushed and ready to mash in.
Yeah.
Do you want to go see where all the action happens?
We're going to go and see where all the action happens.
Let's go on upstairs. We'll go through this way, mate.
So, we're actually brewing a double IPA with St Ives Brewery today. We're on a mash rest. We're doing this brewery tour on a mash rest. So,
Absolutely.
here's a control centre.
Yeah, so it's a fully automated controlled system. Here we have a 4-vessel brew house. Allows for double brew days, more control at each stage of the process. So currently we're mashing out. So our mash is increasing the temperature itself. Once it reaches its target temperature, it moves itself over to the lauter. Whoa! Yeah, you just, all of a sudden it's in the lauter, you turn around, you're like, oh, it's gone.
It's
So,
gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right.
And then we mash the next one.
So, over here, you might be able to see a little bit of it. It doesn't have to open. You can just probably see a little bit of a whirlpool action going on there. And then it makes it go over to the lamp. So that's an hour process there.
Yeah.
So what happens with this process here, if you're new to brewing, is that we were talking about the malt down here earlier on. That gets mixed with hot liquor in this tank. That's for the enzymes. That's to pull all of the sugars out of the malt. Because what we're looking to do is pull them sugars out of the malt for flavour, of course, from the malt, and of course for the alcohol.
Absolutely.
For the yeast to eat and gobble up all of that sugar, turn it into alcohol, creates beer. So, moving on to the next stage. Are we moving a bit too fast, or?
That's grand. And then, yeah, so then we come over to the lauter once they're mashed out. And the purpose of your lauter is that all that sugar you've generated, you then have to get into liquid form, get away from your solid malt. If you had a glass full of malt coming out your tap, you'd be a bit worried, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where our separation of work from the grains happens. Try and get as much sugar out as possible.
And then you boil in?
Yeah, then we come over to the kettle right here. This here, it has an external boiling system which is very efficient. So it goes through an external work boiler full of steam, comes back in, and that keeps like our steam gas costs quite low.
Why are we boiling?
Boiling for a few reasons, really. We're boiling to gain bitterness from our hops.
Right.
We're boiling to gain a bit of sterilisation.
That's the standard.
Yeah,
the big
that's
one
huge
for me.
one. Yeah.
Steriling.
That's it. You would, if you didn't boil it, you get a sour beer. And we're not brewing a sour beer, we're brewing a dip.
Double IPA. Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there, post boil, we have a work cooler here.
Yeah.
So it goes through the work cooler, and then that brings it down in temperature to do another hop addition. I kind of paused there because I just heard, look in that vessel behind you.
Oh!
As we speak.
Oh look! Have a look. The transfer is
This is
happening.
what I was saying. You turn your back and then it's in the louter. Ideal. That was perfect timing, wasn't it? Look at that.
Is this? I mean, you must be very proud.
Absolutely.
Being at a brewery where the last brewery you were at, very hands-on.
Yeah.
Ives Brewery.
Yes.
Very hands-on where you're shoveling malts, and then all of a sudden here, you're able to probably concentrate a little bit more on what you want from your beer.
Absolutely.
And it's taken away some of that, like, stuff that you don't really or have to think about anymore.
Absolutely. I mean, it's time saving so that while this is going on, I can do processing, I can help the packaging line, I can check on our beers.
Yeah.
As a head brewer of a brewery of this size going through the stages it's going through, any time saving I can get, ideal.
Absolutely.
So once it's been cooled down and we've dosed our aroma hops into our whirlpool, spun up in there for a sec, we then take it through work cooling and over into fermentation. So do you want to come look at our tank farm?
Fermentation. Let's go and have a look. Oh, up again.
Up again, yeah. So it's a nice time point up here for like a new brewery. So we have 9 vessels here currently for fermentation. We have 5 single brews up this side and 4 double brews up the other side. And this is where the magic of brewing happens for me. So we make our yeast additions and post-fermentation we do all our clarification. Would you like to take a peek at an active fermentation that kicked off yesterday?
Yeah, can I ask one question though?
Absolutely.
Is it a case of you still pouring the yeast in manually? You opening the door and pouring the yeast in? So that's not an automated process then?
No.
Right, okay.
We haven't got a yeast handling system as of yet. It's still into a bucket at the top.
Well, it takes seconds, doesn't it?
This is it.
Yeah.
I think in terms of time saving, things like an automated brew house save you a lot more time than a yeast one. For now.
Yeah.
We'll see where the captain goes. But this one is a Bier IPA I brewed yesterday, which is destined for cars. So hopefully what you see on the top is like just a nice browsing starting form. Oh yeah, look at that. It's alive.
Look at that.
It smells lush, doesn't it?
It really does. I'll tell you what I've done. If you noticed then, what I did was that I hung back a little bit. I've been to a brewery before now where they had square fermenters.
Yeah.
And the head brewer said, don't, and as he said it, I stuck my head in. And it almost kind of like
Oh yeah.
burst CO2 creation, is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's
it's
why I
fixing,
just hung back a little bit, because opening that door, if you were to put your head in there, it would be like,
yeah. It could kill you pretty quick if you make the wrong decisions. Just breathe a lungful in and then you're in the fermenter. And then over here we have 3 bright tanks. So we've got 1 double brew and 2 single brews. So that's where we put the beer when it's clarified or not, if it's hazy, and ready to go over to packaging. So
Okay.
do you want to come look at my packaging lines?
Yeah, I've got one question though. While we're at pie, and while we're looking at the bird's eye view, is there, even though this brewery is brand new, you've only been here 6 months, is there still room? How much more expansion do you have here if you need to expand?
I think we definitely could. There's when we first sort of did the plans for this brewery, there was penciled in a tank farm along the back outside.
Okay, right.
So it'd probably be 4 brew tower vessels outside, sort of thing. So in terms of volume, there's lots of expansion there because that brew house can produce more beer than these tanks can handle.
Right.
So there is sort of a staggering against the tanks at the moment, but some more vessels would sort of remove that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then especially if you want to do a nice long classic lagering time and that sort of thing.
That was my next question.
This is
And
it,
my next question was, is there room for horizontal fermenters, lagering?
Yeah, that would be
Lagering
cool,
tanks.
wouldn't it? Yeah, especially with the tap room we have downstairs. If you had a couple of lager tanks that just served off the tank, lush. Or
Is it-
proper lager.
it's a funny thing, lager, isn't it? If you get it on if you get it horizontal, what is it, like 90 days lager?
Yeah, well, it varies on your process.
90, maybe
Yeah.
even longer, some long
Big
maturation.
classic ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about the horizontal vessel is it reduces those maturation times. That's why they do it.
Right.
So any sedimentation that occurs quicker. Like, take this vessel and put it on its side. It has less distance to travel, sort of thing. Any kind of like conditioning that needs to happen.
Okay.
But the only thing is they might take up a bit more floor space.
I'm gassing on a bit, aren't I? Shall we,
That's all right.
let's move on.
Yeah. Any questions? Do just keep asking them. And I'll try my best to answer.
No, it's, I think certainly lagering. Like I started off my journey with my tank predominantly real ales and craft beers.
Yeah.
My interest over the last 2 years, especially going to Prague and Germany and more beer company in Bristol that you've got the horizontal fermenting, is definitely lager. I've gone with Palais lagers and
Come full circle back to the lagers.
but good quality, good, not your average Joe.
I think the industry is coming back around to the really high-end, well-looked after lager.
Yeah.
But you've got to give them the time.
Yeah, that's the key. That's the key, giving it that time.
So here we are. So this is our CIP set, our cleaning set. So we have a caustic tank and a sterilant tank, and that just allows us to reuse our caustic when we're sort of CIPing our tank.
So this is caustic is acid. It's cleaning the brewery. Is that now we mentioned earlier off camera. For most brewers, cleaning's like 80% at least of the brewing day.
Yeah.
Is this automated? Is it an automated?
No, it has pumps which can
you
be
in
automated.
there with a brush, like?
Oh, it's automated in that. Yeah. It's just you have to open certain valves at certain times, but you're not in there with a brush scrubbing fermenters. No.
Oh no,
not anymore.
Them days are gone.
Yeah, I think health and safety killed that. So here is the one piece of equipment that survived from the old brewery. This is the old cask wash and old.
Hey, look at that.
Still alive and well.
Yeah.
Still cleaning our casks.
Fantastic, yeah.
Gleaming.
So it didn't cast. How much percentage does it make up of the brewery now? It's not much anymore.
Percent, like about 20%.
Oh, right, it's still quite a lot then.
Yeah, significant. So I think there's still a market for cask out there. I think when looked after correctly, it can be beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. I have a lot of respect for cask.
I love cask beer. It's just it's got to be turned over quickly, hasn't it? It's got like 2 or 3 days.
Definitely.
Once it's open, it's got to be drunk.
I was worried at a certain point in 2020 that cask beer was dead, but I think it's still there to fight for. A lot of the craft guys are, exhibiting really beautiful beers.
Yeah.
Casks. So I think we'll keep fighting that battle as well. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
So
Canning.
Yeah, got it in one.
I can see the little swirlies going on.
Yeah, this is it. We've got a decal up to a twist rinse, down into a labeler, inkjet printer, and then fill it at the bottom. Something like that.
That's
Fully
great.
automated seamer. Yeah, it's a
Lovely bit of kit there.
Yeah, ABE, American made canning lines. They are sort of industry standard for canning lines.
Okay.
In general.
330s, 440s?
Yeah, either or. It depends on the
Could you
mood.
go like 500 mils?
Yeah, we could do 500 mils, definitely. No, we mostly, so we do our sort of core range of 330 mil format, or any contract brewing that might require it, and then 440 format is mostly for our more craft brewing. We kind of do best of both worlds here. Our cores are more traditional, and then we have our more modern craft range.
Ooh.
So here we have our bottling line starts here, so it's hand-loaded bottling line. We couldn't quite fit a decal in. If we had another one of them here, it just took us like, we just ran out of floor space.
Right. So that's basically fully automated then, you can do the bottles and pour themselves. And
Yeah, this is it. That's what we have there with the canning line. So you load a pallet of cans and it goes up.
that's the way.
It works well when it works.
Yeah.
And then you just load empty bottles in here through our labeler, and then onto the bottling line. The bottling line uses a lovely Seabeck Italian.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's got
Look at that.
It's got 12 rinse heads, 12 bottle heads. We usually run out. We go up to about 1850 an hour. Don't we, Steve? Something like that. And then straight onto the capper, straight off to our packet out station, which is dual purpose.
Yeah.
So we run our bottling line or canning line in here.
Fantastic.
Not both at once, that would just get messy.
Yeah.
Just bottles and cans, bottles and cans.
Right, there we are. And then this is storage, then, over
Yeah, all our
Yeah.
warehouse, and then kegger on the right.
Oh.
Lovely bit of kit this. So it cleans and fills 2-head kegger system. So
you
you
lift
can
an
put product
empty
on.
keg, cleaning, and then banging on there. Or
Bang it on there, fill it, yep.
Yeah.
And then take it off, and that's straight out to trade.
Fantastic. This is. I think when you got a, it's nice. It's probably the reason why I never kind of like went into brewing myself, was because of all the hands-on stuff. But when you're looking at a brewery like this, where a lot of it, all of that kind of back-breaking stuff has been taken off your hands, and the cleaning, and it almost makes it kind of like in your mind you're thinking, I wonder if I could do this myself.
This
if I
is
had a
it,
couple of
yeah.
spare million quid, like. You know?
Yeah, about a couple mil will get you there.
Yeah.
I think. And onto our warehouse storage. We've got plenty of beer in the racks at the moment, plenty in keg. Quite happy with the amount of beer we've been producing, for the fact that we've only been going since September, and it's.
I don't want your branding striking. You should have a look at this can here. I like the branding.
Yeah.
It's really striking.
Yeah, the core range, and then we have all the craft range as well. And contract brew stuff there as well, ready to go out tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for this. Are we at the end of the stage now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Carl. I really appreciate it. And Steve, the brewer, for filming. Thank you very much, Steve.
Very welcome.
Hope you liked the video. Cheers. So this is the train to St. Erith. Rick Steen, so you got St. Ives over there in the distance. But Rick Steen says this was, or for him, the prettiest train journey in the whole of the UK. I didn't get it on the way, but I didn't realise how lovely it was. And I had my phone in my pocket, but I mean, look at that for a terrific view on the train. Yeah, St. Ives has been fantastic. Hope you liked the video. Watch along for the next one when it comes.